Hey yo, it's me, your boy Brian H 1988. Today, I got my Z390 Aorus Master motherboard in the mail. And you know what? I figured I'd just try editing a video for my channel. Just It's been forever since I actually did anything with it, and I just figured, why not? It's one of those things where I kind of post for fun. But I figured I'd try my hand at something like a teensy bit more professional than, the content of the channel is used to. I don't know if professional is even a word I would use for most of my content. So I'm using a little mobile app I found called Filmora. I mean, it's probably not going to turn out to be the best quality video, and the first thing it turned out was not particularly solid quality-wise, but you know what? What the hell? It's a video editor. It's super easy to use and whatever. So, let me walk you through my current build because, as you may or may not be aware, my old computer just went kaput. The Mobo died on me. I couldn't do anything with it. Couldn't even boot the damn thing. I had that thing running a GTX 1080 and a 970. As far as I can tell, the 1080 is running just fine. The Samsung 850 EVO, which sadly is only 128 gigabytes, is running just fine. Every other part of it's running just fine. It was just the Mobo and the CPU, which was it was giving off some really weird thermals nearing the end of its life, and I think that's owing to the fact that about 2.5, 3 years ago, I made the stupid mistake, not knowing back then what I do now, that ASUS overclocking utilities on their own native motherboard is just a bad idea to use ever. But I mean, I got a super stable, well, I should say quite stable, not super stable, OC off that sucker for like 2.5, 3 years before it really gave me any serious problems and started to show the thermals like it did, and then shortly after just shut down. But the thing was overvolted to hell. It was like 1.5 volts, and that just shouldn't happen. So, that'll surely and slowly kill a CPU. But, yeah, my inexperienced ass kind of broke my own motherboard in that way. Every other component, as far as I can tell, 100% still works. So, yeah, I'm just going to transplant them all over into the Aorus Master. By the way, that will be running a nice, sexy Core i7-9900K. Man, technology's come far, right? 4 cores, 4 gigahertz to 3 core, or 8 core, 4.8 gigahertz, or 3.8 gigahertz. Oh boy, such a generational, no. It's not the generational leap I was hoping for, but hey, it's there. And you know what? It was the thing that was available on Amazon at the time, so I bought it. What the hell, right? And God, I can't even remember what the heatsink I bought is for it. I believe it's twin something or other. Sorry, my memory is so shaky right now in terms of what I actually. And then of course 32 gigabytes of RAM as per usual. This time it's DDR4 because that's what the board only accepts. And it's just your standard DDR 2400 RAM, but this stuff was expensive, so I'm hoping it's gonna last. It's red colored. I'll have to go find what it was for you folks. I might even show the Amazon order pages on this video because honestly, I just can't be bothered to show full specs at this point. I'm just gonna give you a quick look-see of what the current build is before I put in the motherboard. And I'm waiting on Windows 10, the thumbstick that I ordered, to get here. Actually, as I speak, the UPS guy could just pull up here any second and, well, that'd be it. So, we'll see. Anyway, to the motherboard mobile, I guess. Okay, so here we have the Z390 Aorus Master, and it has a buttload of features. This advertising right on the front, and on the back it gets even more asinine. I've already taken this sucker out of the box. I have not taken it out of the casing yet because I do not wish to disturb any single part of it. This is a goddamn expensive motherboard. It was, I believe, $340 $4 on Amazon? Frickin' nuts, man. But hey, with the feature set I get and the extensibility I'll have, totally worth my time. You know, worth every penny. I want this thing to last for years. Maybe I'll even upgrade to a server part or whatever the highest is that the Z390 can really handle. You know, we'll see where we go with this, but this thing is the motherboard and all motherboards in my current lineup that I've had so far. This thing is damn sexy. It's got a ton of features. That's what vaguely the the cluster looks like in the back for the USB area and others. Bunch of features. Let's take this sucker out of the box, shall we? It is a heavy boy. Ugh. Yeah, so we got the Z390, blah. We got the LGA 1151 socket in there, a heat spreader that wraps around half of it. And most importantly, we've got two slots somewhere over here. I don't know where it is. I don't know, I'll have to familiarize myself with my motherboard another time, but you got the standard 3x16 slots. I am a fervent supporter of dual carding, if only just so I can support cool causes like, you know, folding at home when I'm not using my GPU, stuff like that, you know. This thing obviously has more power than it will ever need to simply power the 9900K I'm going to put in it. And let's take a real quick look at the cluster. Apparently these are all USB 3.1 Gen 1 at the top, and then we have 3.0 and 3.1 Gen 1. And interestingly enough, USB-C port. I have not had one of those on a motherboard before, so I don't know. I'll have to figure out what I can do with that. That's pretty cool, to be honest. I know there's some neat accessories coming out with USB-C right now. There's Wi-Fi adapters at the top. I'm probably never going to use those, and if you can't see it very clearly, there is a CMOS reset and just a flat-out power button for the actual motherboard. So, yeah. Gosh, I have a cat. I hope she doesn't get into that. Beyond that, what's underneath the box? Where the motherboard was? Stickers, whatever. Installation guide. Z390 Aorus Master User's Manual. That's a nice, sleek front design there. And the disk. I actually have a disk drive in my computer, so I may just be using that. Time will tell if it's just easier to download stuff off the site at a later date. But until then, that is what I have here, and that is as you see. Now, I guess let's cut to the, let's cut to the photos, huh? I'll show you what that build is currently looking like real quick. Now, this is a Corsair Carbide Air 540 case, and let me show you next a picture of the back. You'll see over to the right the Deep Cool Nep Twin, and both of my SSDs, old and new, are currently installed in that bay over there, which will be attached to the back there shortly enough. Okay, so I guess that pretty much covers it. As always, I want to wish you wonderful individuals who watch this video an amazing, absolutely incredible morning, afternoon, or night, depending on what part of the world you are at the time of viewing this video. And stay happy, stay healthy, be excellent to each other. And a bit of wisdom, do not use Asus's overclocked tools at all. It may not end well. Ciao.